Hi everyone, this is Tom Vogel, wrestling's finest PC pro wrestling game. I'm trying out a new headset here with microphone, so I'm hoping this will work just as well as the other one. The other ones were just killing my ears, so I had to open up the wallet, let the moths fly out to buy a new set here. So anyway, this video here is going to be another one of my Atlanta Municipal Auditorium cards. For wrestling time, it's considered April 24th. What you're seeing in front of you is I created the card using the create card feature. For those that don't use the feature, it's pretty cool and it's very easy to use. But here you'll see the card. I've got Wrestling 2 and Steve-O versus Black Bart and Ron Bass. Then we have Brad Armstrong versus Ted DiBiase. Wahoo McDaniel versus Sterling Golden. Paul Orndorff versus Roddy Piper. And then we have a national tag title match. Bob Armstrong, Tony Atlas versus the Wild Samoans. And then in the main event, we have former national champion, the Spoiler, going up against current champion Ken Patera in a no DQ match. Quick little rundown on these matches. I'm just trying to find a face team that maybe gets a little bit of momentum. I'm also trying Black Bart and Ron Bass as a tag team because neither one has really lit it on fire yet as a singles. Brad Armstrong, Ted DiBiase. DiBiase's been kind of attacking people, and this will be one of his better competition matches as we get him started back here in Georgia as a heel. We then have Wahoo McDaniel versus Sterling Golden, trying to get Wahoo more into the mix, and Golden's doing okay. We'll be interested to see how he matches up against Wahoo. Next one, Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. Piper interfered in the match last Friday night that was held in the Municipal Auditorium when Orndorff appeared to have Mass Superstar pinned and Piper attacked Orndorff from behind. And according to Piper, that was due to Orndorff basically calling him out for not entering the national title tournament, that perhaps Piper was a little bit scared to enter, and Piper's reasoning was he had a prior commitment. So I've been waiting to try to get a feud going here, or not a feud, but somehow get Piper involved in Georgia, and this gave me an opening. Armstrong and Atlas as a tag team. Bob's had his son as a partner. He's had Mr. Wrestling, or I'm sorry, Dick Slater. He might have had one other one. So I'm just trying to find any combination to give some challenges to the Wild Samoans, who are dominating. And then the main event. This came about during the national title tournament when Gary Hart was managing Gino Hernandez, and he attacked Patera early in the match. Like, I think it was just a little over a minute, which caused Gino to get DQ'd, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I had to try to come up with some type of angle through it, and this is what I'm going with, that Gary Hart basically told Ken Patera he owed him. They came up to an agreement. I think it should be a pretty good match. And there are stipulations. One, that if somehow Patera loses the title, he gets an immediate rematch next Friday in the Municipal Auditorium. If the Spoiler does not win the title, then it's a one and done. And the final one is Gary Hart is banned from ringside. So we'll see how that goes. My plan is to do at least the first three here. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so for our first match, it's not a title match. We're going to leave that blank. We'll go ahead and set the time. We're going to go 30. And then we don't have a champion. We're not going to have a manager. I'm going to let the computer control both wrestlers. So I think we're going to be okay here. So we are back here at the main game screen. So let's do our trading holds recommendations. We got ropes, pin hold, the leg. We're going to just cancel. I'm going to leave what we have. The computer's controlling both, so I think they're blocked out. So that's good to know. So we're going to go ahead, probably get our match our match rundown here. Had to clean something up there, so I believe we are good to go. So I get to sit back and watch the action. So control face, computer controlled for 2 and Steve-O. Heel controlled for Bart and Bass. DQ rule is off. Here we go. No action. Quick going for, early Boston Crab, 12 off. We're going to cancel it because it's a 0. Headlock, 5 off. Double team tag out. Wrestling 2 used some speed, so it's 37 off already. Oof. Legal whip into ropes, forearm. We got a 1, 2. Doesn't get the 3. Ropes vaults from the ropes, delivers a flying clothesline. We have a 1. We have a 2. Still no 3 early in the match. Steve, a double team, 30 off. Look at that, 84 off already to 0. Another double team, 12 off. Another double team, another 12 off. They're already in their first stamina level, already 108 off to nothing. Finally, a counter. We got a chop by Bass and Bart. Lethal knee drop to the back opponent's arm. Ooh, that would be painful. 20 off. We have a submission, body scissors. Fan interaction, expands energy, pleading for the crowd to stop booing him. Then we have Wrestling 2 and Steve-O take over. They have a speed move, so 5 off. Submission, body scissors on their part. Another chop. Strategy cards used and countered. So Wrestling 2 and Steve-O now have 3 left. Black Bart has 2. They have 2. Somebody had asked me, you hear me say strategy cards, luck cards. My old brother Herman calls them luck cards. They are luck cards. It's just a random draw. I believe there's 10 or 11 different ones you can get. And if you look at a wrestler's rating, the first wisdom rating is the number of cards they get. The purpose of the strategy luck cards is to let the gamers become more involved and to make match decisions. And it also brings into play that sometimes an average wrestler may get some really good strategy cards, where the wrestler who's really strong might get weaker ones. So that's kind of I call it a match intangible, that sometimes things can, I'm by no means am I saying even up, but it does give one wrestler maybe a little bit of an advantage. So, all right, so we have a shoulder block, 12 off. Another double team. A lot of double teaming by this team. I want to look at something here. And they only have a double team rating of 6. This is not a very good tag team rating. 26-6 is really low. I don't think Bart's probably much. 27-7, tagged a little longer together, and they double team a little bit more. But, wow, what a beating so far. Auto control loss. Action outside the ring. Run Mr. Wrestling 2 and Steve-O into the ring post, which caused 2 to hit the floor hard. Black Bart and Ron Bass re-enter the ring and wait for the referee to hit 10. Mr. Wrestling 2 and Steve-O are counted out of the ring. Accidentally hit the next button here, and so Black Bart and Bass are ready to attack, but notice security is quickly moving in, so they back away from Wrestling 2 and Steve-O. So this match, as it shows, wasn't a real good one. 0.5 is about as low as you can get. So Bass and Bart are dominated, but they pull it out by winning by countout. So that's actually a big win for them, because it does go down as a big W. So recent match results, while it was on the Georgia tour, they did lose to Wrestling 2 and Wahoo by pinfall. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our next one, and it's Brad Armstrong versus Ted DiBiase. So we're going to start the next card event. Again, no title match. Our time limit for this one is 30. We're going to click OK. I'm going to let computer control both of them. You know what? I'm going to control DiBiase. We're going to make we'll leave that at normal. So I believe we're good to go. Trade hold recommendations, none. So we're going to click done. And we are going to do a pre-match Ted DiBiase since I'm controlling him. DiBiase thinks Armstrong is not paying attention, but is sadly mistaken as Armstrong greets him with a big punch. Battle goes outside the ring, and they continue fighting for several minutes, minus 50 off each. DiBiase has a deep cut inside of his left ear that produces a gross amount of blood, 31 off, which you'll see up here. Armstrong has a deep cut above his right eye, which causes blood to start pouring out, 20 off. So basically, to start the match, it's 70 off Brad and 81 off Ted. What a start. We got a submission. He took control early, Brad. We're canceling. Kick to the chest. Brad's fired up. 1, 2. Whoa, because DiBiase's already in his first stamina level. In fact, both are. Kick to the back. No action. Speed move. Whip into ropes. 1. We're going to say no. He doesn't even get the 2 count. Brad has a ropes move counter. DiBiase, high vertical suplex. I'm going to slide this up just a bit. It should stay there then. Going for a suplex, and he's grabbing trunks. Got a little bit of a bump. 1, 2. Doesn't get it. Auto control loss. Do we want to stop his strategy card? Nah, it's too early. So he, possible DQ is stopped. Brad, no action. Arm hold, trying to wear him down. Auto control loss. You read it wrong. Cancel the submission, but it does do a little bit of wearing down the abdominal stretch. Another illegal pin. Foot in the ropes. 1, 2. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Neck hold, 5 off. Suplex, 1. Doesn't get it. Auto control loss, no action. Ted gets choking countered. He's going to use specific hold. We're going to not cancel that. Russian leg sweep is countered. DiBiase side suplex, 1, 2. Doesn't get it. You'll notice Brad's 13 away from going to his next level and Ted's 34. So they're both getting there. Doesn't pass the outside ring test, so he could choose arm hold or punch. So DiBiase goes with a punch. Specialty move pile driver countered by young Brad Armstrong. Possible DQ, Brad. 4 off with punches. DiBiase regained control, but he made a mistake. His 3rd auto control loss of the match. Brad gets his move countered, which is the 3rd counter. Whips into rope, 6 off. Body slam, and you'll notice now his pin rating's 38, 38, 4. 1, 2. Doesn't get it. More times you try to pin a guy, the more likely you are eventually to get it. So I was just looking at my strategy cards here. I'm going to play one here. It's the successful hold, specialty hold section. So what that means is if Ted gets has a successful hold come up, he'll then go to his specialty move chart, and the game dictates which hold is being going to be attempted, and that's based on the frequency he does each hold. So let's see if he gets successful hold. So he does. He gets to try a specialty move. Figure 4, 40, 44. 1, 2. Doesn't get the submission. Punches. Nice takedown. Countered. Outside ring. Chair shot to the head. 15 off. DiBiase. 22-5 now. A few more. 6 off. Another 6. Kicks are working. He stops the DQ. Now I'm in a tough position here, because he's got 2 specific specialty help cards, but no stop DQ. But I am going to do this. I'm going to roll the dice. We're going for the win now. We're going to use loaded glove, and it works. So we got 40, 40, 40. 1, 2, 3. Ted DiBiase walks out. Hand raised. Winner. Loaded glove. Love it. And he's not done with this young man. We're going to go after him. Foul in the match throws the referee out of the ring and begins his attack on Armstrong. The attack only ends when other wrestlers hit the ring. Brad Armstrong is stretchered out of the ring. DiBiase is suspended for 90 days due to this horrific attack and is stripped of any titles he holds. Wow. This is a huge blow to one Tom Vogel's plans. Wow. I might need a couple moments to gather myself. Jeez. Wow. That's what I get for doing a post-match attack. I couldn't just be happy with the win. I had to go attack the young fella, and now I'm without the services of one Ted DiBiase for 90 days. All right. So what I am going to do here is the attack only. Brad Armstrong is stretchered out of the ring. So I'm going to, after this whole card's completed, I am going to use the post-match injury chart. And what we're going to do is that's how we'll determine how long Brad is out. So, wow, I'm still shocked, folks. I'm sorry. All right, so got my head cleared a little bit here. So let's go on to our next match. This will probably be the last one of this video. Try to keep it a little shorter. It's going to be Wahoo McDaniel versus Sterling Golden. I can tell you right now, I'm going to let computer control both. We are going to set the time limit to 45. We're going to click OK. We're going to leave the normal attack on. It's not a title match, so we should be good to go here. Trade hold recommendations, we're going to cancel that. We're going to go ahead and go action. And again, this is kind of a neat thing to give you a little looky, see, to make sure everything is set up the way you want it. Both are controlled by the computer, so here we go. Auto control loss by Sterling. Let's look at something real quick here. Golden's auto control loss 75-88 and a 2. Wahoo's is 75-87-4. So what you do is you take the difference between Wahoo's 4 and Sterling Golden's 2, and the difference is 2. So you're going to add that 2 to Sterling Golden. So his auto control loss for this match is now 75-90. And what that indicates is that Golden doesn't have the experience factor. In fact, he could very well be a 1 for that second auto control loss rating. I'm going to ponder that, but that does give Wahoo a little bit of an advantage in this match. So starts it off with a beautiful drop kick. Probably surprised the big guy. Auto control loss. Golden with a kick. Goes for a body slam, countered. Wahoo, big chop early. 1, 2. Doesn't get him. Wahoo throat chop. 8 off. Pinhold small package. Doesn't get the 1 count real early in the match. Throat chop. One thing to look with Golden, his stamina compared to Wahoo is just terrible. Which is I think a great rating aspect, because Golden just didn't have very long matches. So anyway, he's already in his first level, and he's already 37 points from his next one. Kicked by Wahoo, chopped by Wahoo. He's going for a pin. 1. Doesn't get the 3 count. Doesn't even get a 2 count. Wahoo, no action. Leg drop, 8 off. Wahoo, flying chop countered. Had he landed that, it might be over. Countered is Golden's body slam. Knee drop, 1. Made the ropes. Big body slam. Golden goes for his golden squeeze bear hug, but Wahoo was ready. DQ check by Wahoo. Suplex goes to his next level. 1, 2. Doesn't get it. Golden better turn this around quick. Sleeper. Gonna cancel it. Suplex. 11 off. Golden got control. Legal whip was countered. Possible DQ. Wahoo and Sterling Golden collide, knocking the referee down. Wahoo comes to first and sees Sterling Golden's foreign object on the mat. Wahoo picks the object up the object and nails Sterling with it. Referee comes to and disqualifies Wahoo McDaniel. You should have just left it lay there, Wahoo. Wow. So, Wahoo McDaniel dominated this match. So, wow. Let's go ahead and hit post-match, see if the computer does anything. We don't control it, so... Wahoo gets ready for a post-match attack, but Sterling is ready for him and not backing down. Referee security step in, preventing further action. Ooh, kind of turned it around on Wahoo there. So, Wahoo just, look at that, 101-16. So we get another lousy rating for this match, a 0.5. This card isn't going to score very well, and first of all, it was a shorter match. It just didn't score well. The algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, that runs through everything, determined that it was a 0.5, which again is the worst rating you can have. So tough loss for Wahoo. So we've had a couple very interesting results on this card so far, with DiBiase being suspended 90 days, and now Wahoo having this match well in hand and getting disqualified. Wahoo! So I'm going to end this video now. We're about a little over 21 minutes. We'll get her done in a little over 22. When we come back, our final three will be Piper Orndorff. We'll have the tag team match with Atlas and Bob Armstrong versus the Wild Samoans. And then the big no DQ national title match between Challenger, the spoiler, former champion, against current champion Kenny Strongman Patera. So that'll be in the next video. I want to thank you very much for joining in and for your continued support of Wrestling's Finest. For those that do not have the game, and whether you're thinking about it or do not have any interest in it, still consider jumping over to our forum. Go to your search engine and type in Delphi, DELPHI, forum. Wrestling's Finest will take you right to our page designated to Wrestling's Finest. Great conversations and great guys. Just excellent times there. Also, up in the corner of my Delphi page, you'll see my website. Any questions, you can always email me, TommyV33@att.net. That's all lowercase, TOMMY, initial V as in Victor, 33@att.net. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in, and I look forward to doing my next video with all of you. So long, everyone.